if there's a second debate, Kamala needs it more than Trump, and he's going to negotiate better terms.
And
he's not going to.
Right.
That'll be the key.
Right.
I mean, I don't think he needs to go into another one of these 3-on-1 dogfight. I mean, this was a bad deal, but he knew he could walk into that bad deal with Joe Biden, and Joe couldn't complete a sentence. But Kamala can complete it. What's that?
Yeah. But let me ask you this. And I just put this out on Twitter. If everybody keeps talking about better moderators, are there any? Like Hannity for the last 7-8 years that I've known him, 10 years, decade, on his show almost every day, journalism is dead.
Yeah.
Journalism is dead. So if journalism is dead, okay, let's take that. If journalism is dead, which we talk about the media, how they're biased and stuff, and we even see it on Fox News, how it's biased, how it's really not down the middle. How can there be any non-biased moderators out there to do a debate?
If it was moderated like the CNN debate, it would have been okay. And that was still biased towards Biden, but it wasn't as overt as ABC was. I don't know if he goes on Fox News. I'm not sure where he finds a debate moderator. But I mean, if you think about what the moderators were doing, and I went back and rewatched the debate, and I mean, they're saying things like they asked Trump if he lost the election. He said, I was being sarcastic. And the moderator goes, you weren't sounding sarcastic to me. Well, that's not a moderator's job to say that. I mean, that's just pure bias. That's, and the questions they were phrasing is January 6th was the worst day ever. How bad?
But you know what? You had to know that was happened. Coming. Yeah. You know what, though? I mean, I agree with that. But in my mind, I knew something. I knew whether it was, didn't they say something about January 6th?
Yeah.
You seen in debate? Well, you know that they're going to say something. You know that question is coming. You got to come out with.
But here's my point.
And he did, actually. He did.
These debate moderators, when they asked him about January 6th, it's Donald Trump, January 6th was the worst day ever, and you were responsible. Do you feel bad about it? When they asked Kamala about the Afghanis or the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan, they're like, oh, it looks like there could have been some issues with Afghanistan. And do you have anything to say about that? And then when she doesn't answer the question, about those service members, then they let her go. Whereas with Trump, they kept probing on January 6th. So the whole debate was like a South Park episode where they're like, Donald Trump, you're an awful bad man. How can you be so awful and bad? Then they'll ask Kamala, Donald Trump's really bad. You want to tell us how bad Donald Trump is? And I mean, those aren't debate moderators. And what was nice for the people in the middle, they saw that. Nobody, a Democrat.
I think more people on our side saw that. I don't know about the people in the middle because our side caught it out like they saw roaches on the floor and went to get raid. I don't know if the other side really saw it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I can understand our side saying that. Okay, I can understand people in the Trump campaign saying that too. But then you had the people on Kamala's side coming with a counter argument in the same way. The spin, it's the spin on it type of thing. And for me, I think the reason why she wants to have a second one is because she needs to.
Right.
Well, I think you even said it the other day. She put her policies and stuff on her website, but they really aren't policies.
No.
And
wish list.
She didn't talk really policy during that debate.
Yep.
And you're saying that she didn't move the needle, compared to some of the, I had a talk with Richard Barris last night too. Well, behind the scenes. And
what's he saying?
Well, he put out a poll and stuff showing Reuters and showing some other things where he said that 6% of the people said that Trump won. Okay. I'm like, and I asked him point blank, I was like, because Rich is my little brother. So, I was kind of candid.
Stuff. It's great.
Yeah. I was kind of canning it a little bit. I was like, where is this information coming from? Because I don't spend time other than American Tribune, which you do a great job, and not a whole lot of conservative websites because they all show the same thing or they all do the same thing. But I do look at the other side to see what they're saying. I look at black web. I'm not saying sites because
message boards or community.
Yeah. And their response is the opposite of what most of everybody that just stays on Twitter sees. It's the opposite. I mean, it's like night and day. And when you are a person that looks at both sides like that, you be like, I told Rich, I was like, Rich, I'm not seeing that 60% like that. And Rich was surprised about the number that came from Reuters.
Mike Lindell here, and like you, I see our country being destroyed daily. We face massive economic issues, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, there are people in power who threaten the values that have made our country great. Well, I've been a believer in gold and silver for a long time, and I've searched for years for a partner that shares my values. Well, Genesis Gold Group showed me how easy it is to protect your IRA, 401k, or your retirement with gold and silver. Their faith-driven approach to service and stewardship is one that stands out from the rest.
To get your free definitive gold guide and get started learning more about investing in gold and protecting your retirement from uncertain times, visit treasureandtrust.com now. Fill out the basic contact form and a member of the team will be in touch. Again, that's treasureandtrust.com or call 855-625-7760.